The needle hums a crooked hymn. It cracks, it bleeds, it sways within. Each groove a prayer the night forgot, each sound forgiving what I'm not. The lights are low, the curtains thin. The ghosts still dance where dreams begin. The record spins its gentle lay for promises I meant to make. It skips once more on I'll be true, the line I swore but never knew. The crackle fills the space between where faith once stood and might have been. The clock hums time, the coffee's cold, the vinyl spins like stories told. And in that hum, so slow, so slight, I hear the shape of my old fight. The music bows, the walls lean near. Even silence learns to hear. It prays for hearts that can't reply, for songs too tired to testify. The horn sighs soft, the bass breathes low, like love that learned which way to go. The night don't judge, it just remains. It hums beneath the old refrains, and somewhere deep beneath that sound, the lost grow quiet, the found stay found. The record stops, but not the room. The air still hums a tender tune. I turn the lamp, the light grows thin, and mercy plays from deep within. Flame. The vinyl sleeps, the dark stays kind, and face stays spinning in my mind. It ain't the song that saves my name, it's the stillness keeping flame. The vinyl sleeps, the dark stays kind, fate stays spinning in my mind. She spoke my name without a sound, a sweetness low, the kind that drowns. No rush, no spark, no thunder's plea, just a whisper dressed in honey, speaking me. The curtains swayed, the night leaned near, her breath drew shapes I used to hear, and every word she didn't say taught my silence how to pray. I said, "You're late." She smiled, I know. Been learning grace from letting go. Her eyes held a light the dark won't take, soft enough to make hearts ache. We sat between the humming sigh, where truth won't run and tears run dry. She said love don't need to win, it just remembers where it's been. A whisper dressed in honey, no sermon, no decree. It heals without announcing, it just breathes inside of me. I asked, do mercy's hand still shake? She said only when they learn to break. Then laughed so soft I almost cried. That's how truth gets dignified. The clock stood still, the window glowed. She hummed a hymn the stars once wrote. And in that tune, so warm, so free, the world unlearned its gravity. Why do you whisper when I'm loud?
So you can hear beneath the sound.
Why do you shine when I can't see?
'Cause light belongs to quiet things like me.
Oh, whisper dressed in honey, no sermon, no decree. It heals without announcing, it just breathes inside of me. The dawn walked in, the shadows knelt, and love forgot the pain it felt. She turned to leave, but left her key to every word that rescued me. The morning poured in through the blind, quiet and sure, like it's been kind. Two cups sat warm, but out of place. One held silence, one held grace. You didn't cry, I didn't lie. The sugar stirred, the steam ran dry. The world felt small, the truth was wide. Coffee tasted like goodbye. You said it's strange how love can fade. Without a fight, without parade. I smiled and watched your eyes retreat, like tired stars that miss the beat. The radio hum, a borrowed song, the kind that ends before too long. And in that hum caught my pride. Coffee tasted like goodbye. No thunder, no rain, no big goodbye in vain. Just two spoons resting dry, and coffee tasting like goodbye. No halo, no flame, just both of us untamed. The truth don't always cry, sometimes it sips, then says goodbye. Your coat still smelled of midnight rain. A scent that mercy can't explain. The chair creaks slow, the floor recalled the softest fall before the fall. You touched your cup but didn't drink, just stared until the color blinked, then said, "I'll call." And I knew why. Coffee tasted like goodbye. If time could pour, it'd pour this way, slow, unsure, and bound to stay. If faith could stir, it tastes like this. Half of sorrow, half of bliss. No thunder, no rain, no big goodbye in vain. Just 2 spoons resting dry, and coffee tasting like goodbye. No halo, no flame, just both of us untamed. The truth don't always cry. Sometimes it sips, then says goodbye. The door clicked once, the sound was small. The sunlight didn't move at all. And as the warmth began to die, the cup stayed full, but so did I. The drums came late, like guilt in time. The bass forgot its simple rhyme. The air was thick, the groove half-bent, like love that spoke but never meant. The snare confessed in 4/4 grace. Each hit a bruise I had to face. The hi-hat sighed, the cymbal prayed, and mercy danced, but slow and frayed. The room was small, the soul was wide. The tempo shifted like the tide. And in that drift where ghosts supply, the rhythm learned to almost cry. I sang too low, the mic leaned near, caught every word I didn't clear. Each breath a chord, each glance a key, unlocking what won't let me be. The bass looked up and held its ground. The horns knelt down without a sound. And through that hush, so slow, so sly, the rhythm tried and learned to cry. No words, just a hand, no plan, just dance. It's not the sound that breaks the sky, it's silence keeping time nearby. Are you alive? I'm just a beat. You ever tired till hearts repeat? Then what's your gift to never lie? tell the truth before goodbye, where the rhythm learns to cry. Every heart becomes a sigh. No need for words, no alibi, just truth and time before we die. The groove falls slow, the lights lean thin, the night folds grace beneath the skin. And every sound that said goodbye still breathes where rhythm learns to cry. You ever notice some beats don't fade? They just walk out the door, carrying your pulse in their pocket. That's music, baby. It hurts polite. They said her songs were too quiet, but quiet is where the hurting hide. She never raised her voice to heaven. She just waited until heaven came close enough to listen. The street was still, the lamps half dim. She hummed a verse the sky kept in. No crowd, no hand, no stage to please, just grace that drifted through the trees. The moon leaned down to catch her tone. It sounded old, but not alone. And every note the dark would keep still sang where silence went to sleep. She sang of love that didn't win, of peace that starts beneath the skin. Her melody, a folded prayer for hearts too tired to know it's there. The window shook, but no one cried. The echo moved from side to side, and in that space the world turned mild. The silence woke and softly smiled.
She
sings where the silence sleeps,
where sorrow
hums and mercy keeps. No halo bright, no promise deep. She sings where the silence sleeps. Her hands were small, her eyes were clear. She turned each tear to atmosphere. The rhythm slow, the faith unplanned, still holy in a human hand. Each note she gave returned as light. Each word dissolved the edge of night. And in the hush her heart would reap. She sang where the silence sleeps.
Do you sing for God?
Oh, I sing for the ones he loved.
Do you wait for morning's grace?
No, I sing until it finds this place. She sings where the silence sleeps,
Where sorrow
went low, the light grew thin, the song turned gold and rose again. And every breath her soul released became the sound of quiet peace.
You know, some loves don't die. They just sit for a while, catch their breath, and wait until you're quiet enough to hear them knock again.
She came back slow, like Sunday light, half of a wrong, half of a right. Didn't say sorry, didn't explain, just smiled like mercy after rain. Her shoes were worn, her eyes looked new, like something real and overdue. And though my heart forgot the plan, love learned to walk again. We sat where words once lost their way, between regret and yesterday. The coffee cold, the air still warm, two souls unbreaking from the storm. She didn't ask, I didn't hide, we let the truth just coincide. No halo shone, no choir began, just love that learned to walk again. No grand return, no perfect end, just time turned soft enough to bend. It didn't beg, it didn't plan, that's how I learned to walk again. The record played a faded tune of broken hearts beneath the moon. She laughed once low, said, guess it's true, the things we lose still wait for you. I touched her hand, the world stood still, no fire, no rush, just quiet will. And though my pride had long been slain, love learned to walk again. If pain could dance, it moved this way, barefoot slow on yesterday. If faith could breathe, it'd sound the same, a sigh that never calls your name. No grand return, no perfect end, just time turned soft enough to bend. It didn't beg, it didn't plan, that's how love learned to walk again. The night exhaled, the clock leaned kind, forgiveness turned, looked back in time. And though the past still held my pen, I swore love learned to walk again. Mercy walked in, slow and tired, shoes half broke, but still inspired. Sat down where the jukebox hummed, said, you look lost, but so's everyone. I poured her coffee, black and plain. She smiled like thunder after rain. And every word she didn't say Felt like Sunday that lost its way. She wore no crown, no light, no wings, just carried time in broken things. Her coat was thin, her eyes were kind, like someone who forgave the blind. The waitress said, "You staying long?" She laughed, "Just till the hurt feels wrong." And though her hands were cold as truth, they warmed my heart like worn out youth. That slow mercy in a cheap suit, no grand arrival, no dispute. It don't judge, it don't persuade, it just waits till pain's afraid. The night leaned in, the lights grew dim. She hummed a half-forgotten hymn. I asked her name, she looked away, said, "You already knew someday." Her shadow danced across the floor, like grace that knocks but asks no more. And in her breath, so low, so sweet, the rhythm learned to feel complete. If mercy runs, it runs too fast. If love returns, it won't outlast. But grace walks slow in worn-out shoes. It's never lost, it just can't choose. That slow mercy in a cheap suit, no grand arrival, no dispute. It don't shine, it don't impress, it just forgives what won't confess. The morning came, the chairs were stacked, the coffee cold, the jukebox cracked, and on that table one coin lay. Her kind of change, her kind of way. Mercy walk home through the dawn, barefoot grace with silence on. And I just smiled like fools still do. She left my heart but kept the view. The tables rolling slow that night. The light was gold, but not too bright. I said, "One more take, just let it play." And the horns sighed like they knew what I'd say. The drummer's eyes stayed half awake. The bass kept time for memory's sake. And when my voice began to break, the horns bent low like hearts that ache. The sound booth smelled of dust and sweat, 1,000 songs I can't forget. And every note that hit too true felt like confession bleeding through. Trumpets cried but never loud. They spoke the truth, the words aloud. The trombone sighed, the sax leaned near, like mercy whispering I hear. Not every secret needs a grave. Some just need a song to say. told the mic what hearts conceal. Each note became what pain can heal. The tape kept turning soft and slow, like faith returning after show. Each breath I took came back a sound. Too heavy once, now heaven